Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be an absolutely crazy series. I'm going to be basically telling you, for anyone that doesn't know already, everything that you need to know to become a trader in 2024 and coming on to 2025. The goal for this series is to teach everybody, whether you're at university or if you're at a 9 to 5 job, how to trade for completely free. And that is what I'm going to do. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, okay, is because last year I was at university in my first year, and when I started university, I knew that it was not what I wanted to do. However, I struggled to find a good place to learn how to trade. I struggled to have a set of rules to follow. I struggled to really have somebody to trust to teach me how to trade. And that is what I was missing. And that's why it took me about a year to actually start to see results through trading. Whereas if you guys have the knowledge from literally the beginning, then it's going to make your trading journey so much easier. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you all of the knowledge that you need to become a trader in 2025. So there is seriously going to be so much information in this. And all I'm asking, okay, I'm not asking for anything from you guys. I'm asking that all you do is take this seriously, because I'm giving you my time for completely free. I'm giving you years worth of knowledge for free. And the only thing I ask is that you respect that and you guys take this seriously, because those of you who do take it seriously, I am sure you are going to see insane results. But those of you who don't, don't come crying to me when you don't see progress, because you haven't taken it seriously. The only way to actually see results in trading is by doing it yourself. 90% of trading is going to be from you actually putting in the hard work. And that is kind of what today's video is about. This video is not going to teach you anything. It's not going to teach you how to become a better trader. It's going to teach you my story and how I was able to actually get through those hard times, actually become a trader from, being a completely broke 16-year-old, 15-year-old kid to now 20 years old, living in Thailand and making a lot of money through trading every single day, okay? I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it, and I want you guys to all watch this video to the end so that you can realize that I'm not different from you. That is the purpose of this video. I am not different from you. If I can do it, you can do it as well. And that is why I want you to watch this video. Watch this video to the end. This is going to be exactly how I was able to, like I said, go from broke to, I guess, rich. I don't like to say I'm rich because I'm not. I always want to, keep on getting better and keep on improving. But, to go from a broke uni student to a full-time trader who's living on his own in Bangkok in 1 year is insane. And I was able to do it, and so can you, okay? And that is the purpose of this video. So yeah, all I ask is that you guys watch every single video in this series. I'm going to be posting a lot of content. You guys are going to be having videos from me every single week. I'm going to try to do 2 videos in this series every single week. And, keep in mind, I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm busy, okay? But the fact I'm doing this for you is purely because I know that university is going to start very, very soon. September, I believe the 9th or something, is when university is going to start for a lot of new students. And when I started university, I wish I had this. If I had a series coming out at the time I was at university, teaching me how to trade, I would spend every single day locked in learning how to trade. And by the time, it was, let's say, Christmas time of my first year of university, a couple months after being at university, I would already know how to trade. And then I can spend the rest of university first year learning and mastering it, getting myself some funded accounts so that I can quit university at the end of first year, just like I ended up doing. And I want you guys to do the same. So if you're watching this video at university, I'm going to give you everything you need to become a trader, and you're not going to need to rely on your shitty university lecturers to help you make money, because they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. And I promise you, you are going to thank me later for these videos, because they will change some people's lives. But like I said, all I ask is that you take it seriously, because it's not down to me to put in the hard work, it's down to you to put in the hard work. And I can't do it for you. So you are going to need to take it seriously, guys. And also, if any of you have any questions throughout the entire series, just literally comment them and I will help you out. I will answer you to the best of my ability. And my goal through this series is seriously to make somebody profitable. I know that a few people, hopefully more than a few, but a few people are going to become profitable from this series, because I'm going to teach you everything from, everything, okay? I've already got it planned out right here on my screen. I've got 50 videos to go through. All of these videos are going to be about 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long. And if you watch every single video, you are going to know how to trade. Period. You are going to know how to trade. There is no way that you're not going to know how to trade after watching this series, but you need to watch every single video. And I know I'm repeating this, but it's because if you can't watch this video to the end, for example, what makes you think you're going to become a trader who is resilient enough to get through all of those hard times, to watch all of these 50 videos which I'm going to give you. If you can't watch this video, which might be about 25 minutes long, if you can't watch through the entire video, you're not going to become a trader. So this is step one. Step one is to watch this video and get in the mindset of completing a task, because you are going to need to do this over and over again. Trading is going to be super difficult on your, on your mental health. You're going to need to be spending days and days and days of learning and backtesting and journaling and seeing no results. But if you can't watch a 25-minute video to the end without stopping, or without scrolling through the comments, or without taking a break on your phone, you are not going to become a trader. So this is part one. This is step one, to watch through the entire video. So yeah, without further ado, I'm now going to explain to you my entire journey from, going from a average guy. I was an average kid in London who was always like motivated to make money, but never knew what to do. So I'm going to tell you the exact journey that I went through to go from broke to rich. Let's go. Let's reverse it back and let's go to, I guess, the starting point of my entrepreneurial journey. So when I was, 14 or 15, guys, like a lot of you maybe watching this video are, you always knew you had a spark, and you always knew that something about making money interested you, okay? For me, when I was 14, that was selling and reselling, buying and reselling clothes. So I would buy and resell Supreme, Palace, right? These are all big brands in London, especially. They've got 2 stores in London, in Soho. So I would go there, I'd line up with my friends when I was literally, no joke, 13 or 14, at like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, lining up to get early access to these clothes before they were released in the stores. Now, that was something that made me a bit of money, but it was nothing compared to trading. Like, I literally was making maybe 30, 40 pounds a day, which at the time when you're 13 is good, but now, like, I wouldn't do that ever again. But yeah, so when I started out, that is what I was doing. I was trying to make money by flipping clothes, flipping shoes. Sometimes I would get very lucky and I would, buy a really good item and make 400, 500 quid on it, which did happen a few times. And of course, when you're 13, that can buy you a lot of sweets. So it was good. But I eventually realized that, okay, that's not what I want to do. And then I had to start actually taking sixth form and A-levels. And sorry, GCSEs, seriously. First went GCSEs and then of course went sixth form and then A-levels. But yeah, when I was 13, 14, I was making a bit of money doing side hustles here and there. But then I had to GCSEs, I had to look in, I had to focus on getting good grades. So I kind of stopped doing that. And then I eventually started to focus on GCSEs. I did well in GCSEs. And then after that, I was kind of in a situation of, what do I do now? I've just done my GCSEs. I've got decent grades. Do I want to go to sixth form, or do I want to go into working a 9-to-5 job? I don't really know what I want to do, because I don't want to do either of them. And that is how I felt at 16 years old when I did my GCSEs. I didn't know if I wanted to, be in a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life, which I didn't, or I didn't know if I wanted to go to sixth form, because that would lead me to a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life. And I knew this at 16. So when I knew this, I was just kind of thinking all the time, how can I get out of this matrix of being taught to work a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life? Because that's essentially what school is. Whether you're at, doing GCSEs, or whether you're doing A-levels, or whether you're at university, the same thing applies for all 3 of those things. You are still being taught to basically work for somebody else for the rest of your life. And that is what I realized, okay? Now, when I was 16, I of course didn't really have anything else going for me, so I did have to do A-levels. And yeah, I studied maths, economics, and sociology. I ended up getting 2 A's and 1 B. The B was in economics. I was a very smart guy at maths, so I got an A in maths and an A in sociology somehow. I don't even know how. In fact, yeah, I did do sociology. I thought it was psychology, but it was sociology. I can't even remember. I just didn't even care for it at all. No offense to anyone watching that does sociology. But yeah, like, I did quite well in A-levels. And throughout that time of being in A-levels, that is when I first got introduced to Forex, okay? I had a friend called Mo, shout out to Mo. Me and Mo, we would basically put all of our savings into Forex at the time. So I think I was like 17, maybe pushing 18, 17, okay? And I basically put all of my savings into Forex because I thought I had found the magic trick when it comes to Forex. Somehow, I found out about news, and I found out that every single day, or some days, at 1:30 p.m. time UK, there was going to be high impact news. And for some reason, I was an idiot. I had no actual help and I didn't know what I was doing. I had no guidance. So I would basically gamble a couple £100 at a time on news and basically try and guess the direction when I was 17. And that is not what we want to do, guys, okay? That is not what we want to do. Doing that made me lose most of my savings, which I had made from, reselling clothes. I basically gambled it all away. Mo gambled it all away. And we were now in a situation where we basically have no money to our name. Now, this kind of kept on going for probably like a year. And although I thought I was making money, because there was some days where I'll make £300, £400 in a day. Like I remember me and my friend Jonathan, shout out to Jonathan, he's one of my, really closest friends back in London. We went to the same school, okay? Me and Jonathan, we were on a holiday in Magaluf. Now in Magaluf, we were both trading at the time. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were copying signals, okay? And I remember, I think he made 3K in a day. I made maybe 700 in a day. And the day after, we lost all of it, okay? Because we had no risk management. We had no strategy. We had no psychology. We were basically just gambling. We were just gambling. Now, of course, at the time, okay, I don't expect anyone, even myself, to know what to do because I hadn't actually paid for a mentor. I hadn't learned from anybody yet. So it was only right that I was going to keep on gambling because I didn't have the guidance. But yeah, basically I spent a lot of my time when I was, 16, 17, losing loads of money, spending it all on silly accounts and losing it over and over again until eventually I ended up quitting Forex around 18, okay? But right before my A-levels, I kind of said, you know what, I've lost so much money to Forex, over £3,000 or £4,000 at the time. When you're 17, that's a lot of money, okay? So I lost a lot of money to Forex. I lost a lot of money to just being an idiot and not having the right guidance. And when I was 18, okay, just about to do my A-levels, I quit Forex because I thought, you know what, this is not for me. I basically need to lock in and do really well on my A-levels, which I did do well in. I got, like I said, an AAB. And then after that, I did well. But then I was thinking to myself, okay, yet again, I've done well in my exams, but I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job for the rest of my life. So I'm in a situation again where I now need to find another way to make money because Forex didn't work for me, okay? By the way, it ends up working, right? But Forex didn't work for me. Reselling didn't work for me. I've done well in my exams, but I don't want to go to university. So what do I do now? And that was the situation that I was in. I had literally no idea what I wanted to do. All I had was good A-level results. I had good GCSE results. I was a smart kid, I had a good family. But the thing is, I didn't really want to go to university. And it was in the same situation again, just like after doing GCSEs, that I was kind of forced to go because I didn't have anything else backing me up. I did not have any trading experience, or at least good experience. And it was either go to university or find a 9-to-5 job. So for me, I decided to just go to university. Now, I know that I've missed out a few points in my whole journey of working 9-to-5 jobs because throughout this entire time, the way that I was making money to fund into my trading, I know I lost it all, but the way that I made that money was from working various 9-to-5 jobs. So when I was 16, I was working as a roofer, okay? So that was another way that I was making money. I was also, like I said, reselling when I was 13, 14. But when I was 16, I was working for my guy called Steve. Shout out to Steve, he's a proper boss. Yeah, I really like Steve. But yeah, I was working for Steve as a roofer. I was doing £100 a day, basically as a labourer slash roofer. So that was decent money at the time. And I basically put all of that into my accounts, which like I said, I ended up blowing. And then right before A-levels, right before I went to university, I was also working at Nando's as a chef. Now, Nando's was one of the worst jobs I've ever done. In fact, I would probably say it's the worst job I've ever done, okay? Now, reason why is because not only are you working for somebody else, and not only do you have somebody telling you what to do every single day, but I was working at the front grill. So the front grill is where you cook all the chicken, all of the thighs, all of the... What else you do? I think you do sweet corn there as well. You basically do anything hot. And I can tell you for a fact, guys, that doing 12-hour shifts with the boiling heat from the front grill in your face every day was terrible. And you do not want to do that. And that was what I was doing to basically put that money into trading. And like I said, I lost all of that money. So my mindset, right, was basically work a 9-to-5 job, put it into trading, hope that it works out. But I didn't have any guidance. I didn't know what I was doing. So throughout that entire time, I basically was just losing all of my money, which I worked super hard to earn in these 9 to 5 jobs. Now, that's not what you want to do, okay? What you want to do, which I'll get onto in the next couple of videos in the series, but you want to find the correct guidance, okay? If I had the right guidance from the beginning, I would not have lost that £3,000 or £4,000 in trading. I would be a millionaire by the time I was 19, and I genuinely believe that. If I had the right guidance from the time I was 13 or 14 in trading, and I just put that money into good use and actually had results from it early on, I genuinely believe I would have been a millionaire by the time I was 19 or 20, right? And that's all because I had the right guidance early on. However, I didn't have the right guidance early on, and as a result, it took me a lot longer than necessary, okay, to become a full-time trader. Now, that being said, guys, if you are in the situation at the moment where you know you want to become a trader, but you don't know where to start, this is the most important piece of advice you'll ever hear. Do not gamble, do not take signals, and make sure that you are investing in a mentor or in correct guidance, because that is how you will become a profitable trader. Not by doing what I did, which is gambling all of your money with your friends on news and trying to make a quick flip of your account. That is the wrong thing to do. And doing that lost me over $3,000 or $4,000 at the age of 16. So do not do that, okay? But if you are wanting to actually learn how to become a trader successfully, like I said, I will teach this in future videos. So let's now go back to the story of me just completing my A-levels, doing super well, getting AAB, and now having to go to university, okay? Now, like I said, at the time, I didn't want to go to university. It was definitely not something that I wanted to do. But due to kind of social pressure from my friends, my family, everyone else telling me to go to university, I ended up going, and I ended up going to the University of Sheffield. Now, if anyone is from England, you'll know that that's a decent university, okay? It's nothing crazy, but it's a decent university, fairly somewhat respected, and I did have a good time there, okay? I did make some good friends, but what I realized very quickly since going to university is that that was my only time to make it work. That was my only ever possibility I would ever have in my entire life to ever change my life, okay? If it wasn't for me working super hard in my first year of uni, I would not be where I am today. And I argue, if I didn't spend that first year of university working so hard as I did, I would be in a 9 to 5 job for the rest of my life. I genuinely believe that, okay? Now, the reason I say this is because in your first year of university, if anyone is at university, listen up, okay? In your first year of university, that is your prime time to go all in. You don't need to worry about exams because it's your first year and the exams are going to be super easy. And also, you don't need to worry about like going to lectures in general because, like I said, they're not important. So basically, in your first year, it's extremely easy, and all you need to do, what I recommend doing and what I did, is learn how to make money in as many ways as you can, or focus on one in that year of university, okay? Do not spend that time going partying. Do not spend that time chasing girls, going on dates, okay? And trust me, I did my fair share of that for the first maybe 1 or 2 months. So September, October, that's freshers month at university. So freshers month is basically when you go clubbing every day, you live like a complete degenerate, you go on dates with girls, you just waste your time, you get drunk, and that is basically the entirety of uni. People like to think that, you know, uni is serious, but I can tell you for a fact, boys, and also girls, if you are listening, you should listen because this is valuable advice, by the way. So yeah, keep on listening. But anyone that goes to university, they have the mindset where they are going to get, a really highly respected job by the end of it. However, what you don't understand is that everyone that goes to university is doing the same thing. They're all getting drunk, they're all going clubbing every day, and every employer knows this. Every employer knows that university now is a complete joke. So do you actually think that going to university separates you from the crowd at all in any sort of way? It doesn't. And I can tell you for a fact that if I'm employing somebody now, or if I was a boss in a highly respected company, I'm not going to care at all about if you have a degree or not. To me, I would rather hire somebody without a degree. And that's genuinely, I would rather hire somebody without a degree. And it's because I know that everyone that goes to university now, or at least 95% of people, boys and girls, they are going and they're going to basically go clubbing every single day. And they're going to get drunk and they're not going to focus on uni. So why would I hire somebody that has basically wasted 3 years of their life compared to somebody like me who locked in for 1 year and is now smashing it on everything way possible, right? So when you go to university, do not go into it with the mindset that this is going to change your life forever. Don't think this is going to get you some dream job, because it won't. I know so many people now, some of my older friends who might be like 24, 25, they're asking me how to trade. And, you know, why are they asking me how to trade? It doesn't make any sense. Surely they've got a good degree, which they do. Surely they can find a good job and make, you know, 80, 100K a year. But they can't. And the reason why they can't is because the job market is extremely oversaturated. The degree market, is also saturated. And the supply of workers far oversees the demand for jobs, okay? Everyone goes to university now, right? And if everyone's going to university, the supply of degrees, the supply of people with degrees is going to be super, super high. But the jobs aren't going up. So what do you think is going to happen when you go to university and everyone else around you at university is getting the same degree as you? Do you actually think that out of 1,000 people in your year doing that course, you're going to somehow land a good job when there's only like 100 good jobs available? Bro, use your brain, okay? And that is what I realized very, very early on. When I was sitting in this lecture hall, and bro, this is actually getting deep. This is a good video. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are enjoying it, let me know, okay? But yeah, when I was at university and I was sitting in this lecture hall with, you know, 200-300 people around me, that is exactly what I realized for myself. I realized that if I am going to pass this degree, if I'm going to get this degree, why would I hire me when there's 300 other people who have the exact same degree as me? I wouldn't hire me. I mean, I would hire me because I'm a smart, intelligent, good-looking guy. But like, do you know what I mean? There's 300 other people in that one class doing the same thing as me. Now you times that by the 100 or 200 different unis in the UK, times that by the 1,000 different unis in like, bro, I don't know. But you get the point. The supply of degrees, the supply of workers is way too high. And those people, the employers, they're not going to hire you over somebody else, okay, who maybe has way better experience or way better, I don't know. But basically, I realized that there's nothing that differentiates me now at university compared to the next person sitting next to me, or the person in front of me, or the person to the right of me, okay? Because everyone's learning the same thing and everyone's got the same degree at the end of the day. So I realized basically that was not the option for me. Having a degree and working for somebody else for the rest of my life was not an option, because I would never find a good job. And if I found a good job, I wouldn't be happy because I'm still working for somebody else. And I don't want to work for somebody else ever. I'm never doing it again. And it's because that is not how you should live your life. You should be free. You should be able to, you know, go traveling around the world like I do now. I've been to 5 different countries 5 different places, okay, in the last 4 months, something like that. Probably, I mean, in the last month, I've been to Malaysia, Pattaya, and Bangkok. So that's 3 places in the last month. Now, a 9-to-5 job is never going to get you that freedom. And the reason I can do it is because I have laptops, I've got phones, and I can make money in a matter of minutes. Now, like I said, a 9-to-5 job will never give you that. And if you actually want to travel the world and enjoy your life, you need to make that mindset shift to, you know, start to think about the bigger picture. Don't think about, oh, I'll make money from my 9-to-5 job when I get my degree in 3 years' time. Think about how can you make money right now? And that's what I did, okay? So, back to university, right? When I started university, like I said, I wasted my first 2 years at uni doing quite literally nothing other than clubbing and going on pointless dates with girls. And after that 2 months, that is when I locked in. That is when I realized, okay, what can I do to make money? Now, at the time, the biggest thing going for me and the biggest thing going around social media was not trading, okay? It was not SMMA, it was dropshipping. So, I started dropshipping. And funny story about dropshipping is that I failed so many times, and it's actually hilarious, right? The people who know me back from university, even my flatmates, will know that I tried to sell the most ridiculous things. I used to sell basically a beer stick, which is meant to cool your beer. It was the most pointless thing ever, and I'm not gonna lie, it was not a good product at all, but I still tried it. Now, I also tried to sell other stuff. I tried to sell like a thermal phone case, basically a phone case where when you hold it, it's gonna change color based on your heat from your hands. That didn't work. I tried to sell so many other things, guys, and what I realized very quickly is that dropshipping, it works, okay? Don't get me wrong. I probably did not know what I was doing, and I didn't know what I was doing when it came to dropshipping, okay? And that's probably why I didn't see results. However, I realized that dropshipping, you need to basically be paying a fair amount of money in order to see money, okay? You need to be investing money into stock or into ads or into suppliers in order to make money. And that's not what I wanted to do. I knew, because I've been trading Forex before, that with Forex, you can quite literally press a button and make $1,000. And I'm not joking when I say this, okay? If I had a position open now, which I don't, I would show you that literally in the space of 5-50 minutes, you could be up $1,000 on your phone or on your computer, okay? I do actually think I've got a couple members in the community in a GU long at the moment. So, I mean, that's a great trade because they are up profit at the moment. But yeah, like, you know, you can literally press a button and make money, okay? And for me, that excited me way more than dropshipping or anything else because I knew that in the space of, you know, 2-3 minutes, you've got the possibility of making my old monthly salary in a minute or 2 minutes, which is insane, okay? And that to me always excited me. So after dropshipping, that is when I gave trading another go. Now, like I said before, I quit trading. I stopped it because I didn't think it would work. But I gave it another go, and that is when I started to see results. However, the main difference from me starting trading again compared to when I started when I was 16 is that this time I bit the bullet and I invested my money into a mentor instead of investing that money into a personal account and losing it over and over again, okay? So let me reiterate, right? When I was 16, 17, I basically saved up loads of money and I gambled it on news trading a personal account. And that, like I said, that did not work. However, when I went to university, I realized something needs to change. So instead of putting that money back into a personal account and blowing it over and over again, which I would have definitely done, I paid for a mentor. And let me just say, this changed my life. Having a mentor, having somebody guide me and actually teach me how to trade, genuinely changed my life. And I would not be where I am today without having paid for that mentor, without having invested in myself, without having actually taken the risk to, you know, change my life. And that's what people don't want to do. I speak to people so many times now who are too scared to invest money into a mentor or into a guide or into education, okay, on trading. But these are the same people who are happy to gamble the money on a personal account. And it doesn't make any sense because what they don't realize, they're too stubborn to realize, is that if they had just put that money into mentor or into guidance or into education, instead of gambling it on a personal account, they would have so much more possibility to make money than they do now, okay? Because first of all, they're going to lose that money, okay, if they put it into a personal account because they don't know what they're doing. So any money that you put into a personal account without having a good strategy, you are going to lose. You are going to lose it. There's no two ways about it. You're going to lose that money. So first things first, don't put money into a personal account unless you know what you're doing. Or else you're going to be like me, losing £3,000, £4,000 at 16 years old. And that's not a nice feeling, okay? And secondly, if you literally just invest in a mentor, your capacity of knowledge, of learning, your skill set when it comes to trading is way higher, and you now have the ability to make way more money than if you don't have this knowledge, okay? There's only so much you can ever make without having the knowledge of actually having a good strategy and knowing what you're doing every single day when you go on the charts. For example, every day I look at my charts. I've got my charts open right here, okay? Every time I go on my charts, I know exactly what I'm looking for, and because of this, I know exactly how to make money. Whereas if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have the correct way of trading, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to go into the charts and you're going to literally have no idea what you're doing. You're not going to be able to make money consistently in the market. And that is where people go wrong. So what I did when I started uni is, like I said, I invested in myself. I knew that I can achieve anything that I put my mind to. So I invested my money into a mentorship. And at the time, this was my student finance money. So this was literally the money that the government gave me. If they're watching this right now, the government, shout out to you because you literally changed my life, right? They give you money when you go to university, okay? Now, you can be one of two types of people. You can use this money to buy Canada Goose and to waste it going clubbing, right? Which loads of people do. Or you can be like a genius like me and invest the student finance into education to learn how to trade, to get funded, to move to Thailand, to make payouts, to change your life. that is what I did. And that is what you can do as well. If you're at university right now, think before you buy something, think before you buy your next stupid piece of designer, and think, what is a better purchase for me? Is it better for me to buy this Canada Goose jacket for £700 or buy a mentor for £700 a month? Bro, use your brain, because you need to understand that that £700 a month investment into a mentor literally will change your life. And then you'll be able to buy $1 million worth of Canada Goose when you know how to trade. So that is the mindset which you need to have when it comes to learning how to trade at uni, especially, or with anything in life. Wherever you're working 9-to-5 job at the moment, or you're at uni, you still need to have the mindset where investing your money into a mentor is the best thing you can ever do with that money. Because if not, you're going to go spend it on rubbish anyway. So that's what I did basically. Now you can follow that advice or not, I don't care. But yeah, so let me continue. So I basically had a mentor, I learned how to trade, and I was really focused on learning how to trade for, I guess, like 5 or 6 months. And then after that, when I really started to see consistent results and I knew what I was doing on a demo account, then I started going for small funded accounts. The first funded account I ever passed was, I think it was in June of 2023. So keep in mind, I started trading in November 2022. That's when I started taking it seriously. That's when I paid for my first mentor, okay? I actually remember the first date. It was November 2022, the 13th of November. It was the 13th, I remember exactly. The 13th of November 2022 is when I paid for my first mentor. Then fast forward, I think like 7 months, I passed my first 10K account in June. And then fast forward another, I guess, what's it now? So now it's August. Fast forward a year from then, I'm now over 500K funded living in Thailand. So in the space of a year and a half, basically, I've gone from a complete beginner trader with literally zero, negative money to his name, to now living in Thailand, living in penthouses, making money every single week, every single month from trading in the space of a year and a half. And it just shows you the power of investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, your ability to make money is going to go through the roof. And that's what happened with me. So like I said, I passed my first funded account in June 2023. Then I dropped out of uni in July 2023 because I realized, fuck it, uni is not what I want to do. And I know at the time I was only funded with 10K. So I was taking the biggest risk of my life, because what kind of idiot drops out of university with 10K funding? Now, nobody does that other than me. I'm insane, okay? But I believed in myself so much that I knew I would make it work. And I did make it work, because now I'm trading completely full time in Thailand, okay? So, dropped out of uni in June 2023 with 10K funding to my name. Then I went on a lad's holiday to Ayia Napa. That was fun. However, I remember there was a time when I was literally standing at the balcony with my friends, and I was genuinely crying to them, saying, like literally tears, I was saying to them, boys, I think I messed up here. I've dropped out of university with 10K funding to my name, which, if anyone that's new to trading, that is literally the equivalent of being broke. 10K funding is nothing, okay? But I dropped out of uni because I was so annoyed with how the whole process of uni was. I just knew that wasn't for me. So I just dropped out with basically nothing going for me, okay? I had like 10K followers on TikTok at the time, but that wasn't making me any money at all, okay? And yeah, basically nothing, okay? So I was crying to my boys. I was saying, boys, genuinely, like, I think I messed up. I think I might need to go back to uni. I don't know if this is the right decision. But this is when you need to have good friends, okay? Having good friends around me on that holiday, like, was amazing. Like, even now, I'm like, bro, I'm so grateful for these guys, because especially a few of them, they were just, around me saying, Sal, I genuinely believe in you, bro. I've seen the hard work you've been putting in, and I know you can make it work. Now, that really, for me, was the point where I said, you know what, boys, I'm going to make it work. I'm gonna sort this out. And then after that, after that holiday was done, I got another 9-to-5 job. I was working at a pizza restaurant. So I'm not going to say the name, but I was working at a pizza restaurant for like 3 or 4 months. And then in that 3 or 4 months, boys, that is when the funding went to a whole new level, okay? Instead of using that money from my 9-to-5 job on personal accounts like I did before and blowing it, I was now using that to pay for funded account challenges. I was passing them like no tomorrow, boys. And it got to a point very, very quickly that I was over 200K funded in that whole like 3-month period, okay? Then After that, I quit that 9 to 5 job because now I was basically trading full time. I was funded with about 200K. So that was around, when was that? That was like, no, it wasn't September. It was like, bro, maybe like, yeah, October of 2020. Sorry, what is it? I'm so confused. 2023. October 2023, right? Because it's 2024 now. So yeah, October 2023, I was funded with, yeah, around 200K-ish, maybe a bit less. And then, this is when it gets crazy, okay? I never thought about going to Thailand, okay? That was never on my mind. But then Jay messaged me. Jay is my friend who, you'll know Jay if you've been following me for a while. Jay messaged me in like, probably around November. Basically, he broke up with his girlfriend, which by the way, was a fat W for him. So he broke up with his girlfriend. And then he said to me, bro, I want to move out and I want to just go to Thailand because I don't want to be in the UK anymore. And at the time I was like, nah, I'm not in a good situation with funding and money. I can't do it. But basically he persuaded me and said, Sal, go to Thailand, bro. Come with me. It will change your life. And it did change our life, okay? Then since moving out to Thailand, bro, this story is insane. Someone needs to clip this or something. But then since moving out to Thailand, I went from, 200K funded to very, very soon 500K funded, okay? Which is basically where I'm at now, a bit over 500K funding, okay? And that whole journey happened in a year and a half, okay? So, yet again, I dropped out of university with 10K funding to my name. I worked a 9 to 5 job for about 3 months. I got funded 200K after working for that 9 to 5 job because I invested all that money into funded account challenges and I passed a few of them. And then Jay messaged me and says, do you want to go to Thailand? I say yes, bro. Eventually I get to saying yes. And then we end up going to Thailand together, making a load of money, passing more funded accounts. And now, literally 1 year later, I'm funded with over 500K. And that just shows you how much your life can change in a year. If that story doesn't motivate you to master trading, I genuinely don't know what will. Because I started from literally nothing. I started from a South London kid with literally nothing to his name, who's now living in Thailand, making 10K a month from trading, minimum, okay? And that's literally just in the year and a half of actually locking in. So first things first, guys, if you enjoyed it, drop a comment and let me know what you enjoyed the most, okay? I can definitely start to do more of these on my channel. I know I've been quite inactive with YouTube posts, but I'm gonna start to do it more and more and more. So drop a comment and let me know what you think of this, okay? And also make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video and everything like that. But other than that, guys, I'm going to see you for part 2 next week and stay tuned for it because it's going to be a banger.